My name is Tina. At 35, I'm single and still living at home. I've been so immersed in my work that I turned 35 before I knew it. And my job became my lover, so to speak. Well, I'm not particularly concerned about it, and without any hobbies, I spend my days leisurely at home. Just then, the doorbell rang. Who could it be this early in the morning? What? Why? What's going on? My mom was surprised at what she saw through the peephole. I became curious, seeing my mom's reaction, so I took a peek too. Whoa. I couldn't help but utter in a low voice at the sight of the visitor on the other side. It was Mia, my young brother Andrew's ex-wife. I have a younger brother named Andrew who's 5 years younger. He also lives at home, but today he had to work just for the morning. He divorced Mia 3 years ago, but why now? The situation was so unexpected that not only me, but also my mom and dad were left wondering. Andrew's not here, what should we do?
Perhaps we should at least let Andrew know.
Right, I'll text him later. We should at least hear what she has to say. If it's awkward for you, I can handle it. When they first got married, my mom had a hard time getting along with Mia. It's not that Mia was ever mean to her, but she has a strong personality when it comes to speaking her mind. And my mom, being the type to always put others first, often found herself overwhelmed. Guess I should handle this. Mom, you might just crumble under the pressure again. I decided to take charge and open the door to greet Mia. Hi, it's been a while.
Hi, it has been a while, Tina.
What brings you here today? Andrew isn't here, he's at work. Oh, in that case, I can talk to you. I have something to share. Her monotone speech was a familiar tune. I led her from the entrance to the living room. My mom and dad were already there in the living room. We all decided to hear what she had to say. So what's up? What did you want to share? What brings you here, Mia? What do you want to discuss? Oh, I'm sorry. I have a favor to ask Andrew. I'd like him to start paying child support. The word child support left my parents and me stunned. Why would she need child support? The puzzling part was that Andrew and Mia had no children together. Huh? Wait, child support? Yes, that's correct. But you and Andrew divorced 3 years ago, right? Yes. Did you two, reconnect during this time? No, we haven't been in touch since the divorce. Then why child support? Well, I was thinking that it might be nice if he could contribute towards the child I'm carrying. We couldn't grasp what Mia was saying. She seemed unfazed by our shocked faces. My parents' faces turned pale, unsure of what was happening. However, I thought it would be best to ask more questions to understand her intentions better. You know, child support is usually paid to your own child, so if the child you're carrying is Andrew's, then it would make sense for him to pay child support, but... Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I thought I was entitled to it. My current husband told me I could get it. Mia now looked puzzled too. I wondered what her current husband was teaching her, but I patiently explained that there was no need for Andrew to pay child support as it would not even arise. That's odd. There's nothing odd. Wait, did you come here for this? Well, it's for the baby in my womb. Plus, I was hoping that my ex-husband could help out for the child's sake. I had no idea Mia would say something so outrageous. Wouldn't anyone normal think it was strange if they had thought about it? Just as I was thinking that, Mia's phone rang. It was her current husband. She checked the call in the corner of the living room, and it seemed like she was having a dispute. Just as I was wondering if she really believed she could get the money, Dad began to whisper.
Mia's saying some crazy stuff, isn't she?
Hey, what do we do? What if she says she won't go home until she gets the money? Well, that's just not possible, right? Why would she appeal to the family of her ex-husband about this? I couldn't understand it, but it was clear that her current husband was involved in some way. While I was quietly talking to Dad and Mom, Mia finished her call and came back. She was grinning.
I'm so sorry. I made a big mistake.
Oh, is that so? That's good. Haha, everything's good now then. It wasn't child support, it was alimony from the divorce trial. Now Dad, Mom, and I were all stunned. Even seeing us in the state, Mia just continued to smile cheerfully. Huh? Alimony from the divorce trial? My current husband is the type to take anything he can get. Actually, we only got remarried about a year ago, but before we got married, we talked about my divorce with Andrew. Then he said, "You didn't get the alimony from the divorce trial?" Hold on, so the reason for the divorce is because of Andrew? Well, I suppose so. I don't know it clearly. Just wait, let me check on this. I immediately went from the living room to the bedroom, grabbed my phone, and contacted Andrew. I texted him saying, "Did you cheat?" And he immediately called me. Hey, I didn't cheat. What the heck is going on? You know, the alimony from a divorce trial is usually paid by the party who caused the divorce, right? Huh? Yeah, why? Is Mia saying something ridiculous? Well, yeah, so I'm checking. You didn't divorce her at fault, did you? No, we broke up due to personality differences. She didn't do anything either. I see. Okay, I'm coming home now. I'll be there in about 30 minutes. After wrapping up the call with Andrew, I returned to the living room, where Dad and Mom were giving me the "Did you find out anything?" look. I nodded and took a seat on the couch. So I just checked with Andrew, and he said when you two divorced, it wasn't his fault. What do you mean, his fault? Well, to put it simply, it's the one who caused the divorce. That includes you too, right, Mia? I guess so. It's not like we did anything particularly bad. We did fight quite a bit, though. Well, if that's all, you're fine. You see, the alimony in a divorce trial is something the guilty party pays to the other, so, Mia, you might have gotten it a bit wrong. What? Don't tell me you don't know this. When a woman gets divorced, she gets the alimony from the divorce trial. At that moment, I was in the presence of this crazy woman who believed that women always get the alimony in a divorce trial, regardless of the reason for the divorce. Her eyes were shining and she had this "I'll take what I can get" attitude. I mean, it's good to be assertive, but I wish she had done some research before coming. That's not a thing in the law. What? Surely I'm not wrong this time. My husband said so. Listen, Mia, your husband doesn't write the law. At that moment, we heard the front door open. Andrew had rushed back from work, his face flushed.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Oh, it's you, Andrew. I didn't need to see you, you know.
I heard from Mom and Sis you're causing trouble, talking about child support and divorce trial alimonies.
So what? It's my right.
Huh? Do what you want then. Get out. I'm not paying you a dime and I don't have to.
You're responsible for this, Andrew.
What?
Hey, stop it now. I stepped in to stop the escalating argument. I turned to Mia. I'll talk with Andrew about the details later, but from what I'm hearing now, I don't think there will be any money paid to you.
What?
Why don't you look it up? Anyway, please just leave for now. When I said that, Mia made a sound of annoyance, slammed the door, and left. About 20 to 30 minutes later, I asked Andrew what prompted him to divorce.
With her attitude, the stress was just building up. That's why we divorced. She seemed perfectly fine with it. Maybe it's better to say our values differed. Anyway, I didn't do anything during our marriage to warrant an alimony in the divorce trial. Andrew explained, insisting strongly. However, later that evening, a loud crash suddenly echoed from outside. Startled, I stepped out the front door, only to see a car speeding off. To my horror, a part of our flower bed by the front door had been destroyed. It's her. It has to be Mia. This is the kind of ridiculous behavior that made me despise her.
What do you mean? Has something like this happened before? During their marriage, Andrew had his fair share of issues with Mia, beyond just personality clashes. Mia was always stirring up trouble in the neighborhood, which often led to Andrew apologizing on her behalf. She also had a spendthrift nature and thought that being a wife meant constantly looking good, spending their savings on beauty treatments and luxury brands. Andrew had to deal with these recurring issues. It seems like this could fall under alimony during the divorce proceedings, don't you think?
I wanted to divorce her immediately back then. I just didn't want to have any prolonged relationship with her.
While I understood where he was coming from, I couldn't help but confront Andrew about why he hadn't discussed this with me earlier. Despite feeling sorry and expressing his apologies, I reassured Andrew that he hadn't done anything wrong. I just hope nothing else happens from now on. But my wishes did not come true. The very next day, Mia was back, ringing our doorbell, shouting,
I did find out that I can claim alimony during the divorce, so give it to me now. Don't you feel sorry for the kid?
For 3 days, we responded through the closed door. But Mia wouldn't back down. Then, presumably, her current husband started parking his car in front of our house, destroying something with a hammer he brought from their home, and then leaving. This became a routine, and they harassed us for about a week.
I wonder if we should report this to the police.
Oh, sorry, I have some work to do. I need to go to my room. I have to admit, this commotion was affecting my work. I work from home doing web-related services. Although my work is primarily remote, the constant doorbell ringing had interrupted an important meeting. Hey, Natalie, I just finished up. Phew. Good work. Seems like you're having a tough time. Have you reported it to the police? My parents don't want to escalate the situation, but I think they're reaching their limits. Natalie's my boss at the company. She's a successful woman, married with a child, a true supermom balancing work and child rearing. Her son recently got married, and she seemed genuinely happy. You should probably report it. If you let it continue, it could become a big problem. You're right, it's been a week, and if this continues, it's going to affect my work. But really, it's a small world, isn't it? Strange people are surprisingly close at hand. Do you have anyone like that too, Natalie? Someone who says, alimony in divorce cases should always go to the woman. Actually, I do. It's my son's wife. Natalie and I had a good laugh at that, but then Natalie's face suddenly turned serious. Wait, you don't think... I was shocked by what Natalie said next, and I proposed a plan to her. I thought it could be the perfect way to put a stop to this nuisance. The next morning, the doorbell rang, and through the peephole, I saw Mia and a man standing there. Enough is enough. My husband says we're going to get your divorce settlement. Do you really want to suffer more? Beside her, a man was grinning ear to ear. Smiling, Mia continued to bang on the door. I confirmed the situation through the peephole and decided to open the door. You just don't know when to quit, do you? Well, of course, I'm all about getting what I can. However, seeing the person standing behind me, the confidence in Mia's face vanished instantly. Oh my god, what on earth are you doing? In a twist of fate, Mia's current husband's mother was Natalie. During our previous online meeting, Natalie had asked, I could be wrong, but is her name Mia? After several facts matched up, Natalie had kindly agreed to confront Mia in person. Fortunately, Natalie lived about a half hour away by car and had hurried over first thing in the morning. What do you mean, divorce settlement? What are you trying to do here? No, it's not like that. Answer properly. You've been saying strange things for a couple of weeks now, right? Like, did you know that women can get a divorce settlement? I didn't. I missed out. I don't know if I said that. Well, if you consider this situation and what you've been saying, it all adds up. You and him were scheming something together, weren't you? No, it's not like that. What do you mean it's not like that? And when did you marry this man? As it turns out, there was another ally. John, the real husband of Mia. And the man who was harassing us along with Mia was none other than...
You were conspiring with Alec? What a rotten move you made, Mia.
No, it's not what you think, John. He's just a friend.
We've already found out you and him have been in a relationship for a year now, right? You're finished. I was planning to start divorce discussions soon.
What? Divorce? No, you're kidding. No, I just came to get some money. He's just a friend. It's not a big deal. I just wanted to fund my dates. Right, John? Right? You'll forgive me, right? I told you the truth, right? John stared at Mia as if she were trash. The unbelievable scene kept unfolding, as Natalie, Dad, Mom, Andrew, and myself could only stare wide-eyed.
Go to hell, I'm not gonna reconcile with trash like you.
No, I'm not getting a divorce. I said I'm not. Alec, disappointed by Mia's behavior, tried to flee, mumbling,
Well, I'm leaving.
Oh, there they are. A police car, sirens whirring, had pulled up in front of our house. Andrew had called the police as soon as the commotion started at our doorstep.
You think you can escape? You're as guilty as she is. No, please, I was just fooling around.
Fooling around by smashing our flower bed with a hammer. And what about the dents in our walls? At this, Alec started to panic.
Well, where's the proof? Show me. If you can, bring it on.
No problem. I'll submit the dashcam footage.
Huh? Dashcam?
My car is equipped with a dashcam that continues to record even when parked. Coincidentally, the dashcam had captured the entire misdeed.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. And Mia, you're just as guilty. What? I had nothing to do with it. You were creating a ruckus too, weren't you?
We'll be hearing the full story down at the station.
No, John, help me.
Please, have mercy.
Without further ado, the two were hauled off by the police. They were given a good grilling at the station, released for a time, but ultimately sentenced to probation. Furthermore, John filed for divorce and demanded a hefty alimony. Upon hearing that refusal would mean another lawsuit. They reluctantly agreed to pay in installments, $3 million from Alec and $2 million from Mia. As it turns out, they were both jobless, and now they're juggling part-time jobs to make ends meet, without reconciling. And just like that, they stopped visiting, and peace returned to our home. Andrew, regretting his poor luck with women for the past 3 years, has become good friends with John because of this whole incident. They plan on going to a local matchmaking party together next time. So here's hoping they both find someone special.